Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So, of course, if you have been aware in the last number of years, probably the last 5 or 6 years, we've had a whole bunch of different rule changes in baseball. Some have been actually pretty good and helped the game out for the better, and some have been just some others had been just plain out stupid and have never should have been put in the game. And honestly, should still I think that a lot of them should still be able to be rules that can be changed and never be used again. But that's to say the least. But we have one that's been kind of going under the radar a little bit until just recently. We've had actually Met reporter Ben Yules actually wrote said, "You can't convince me that MLB is using dead balls." That said, hey, and he said he spoke to a rep for baseball saying that the balls are indeed different, which of course makes everything that Ben Yules said correct. He said that the seams are higher on the baseball, which creates more drag on the ball, which in turn does not let the ball fly as far. Even if, like, hey, like you watch on TV and you go, wow, that ball is smashed, that should be a second decker, and it just dies. It honestly, if it's a second decker, that's a blast. It should go out, of course. But like even just the ones that would go 15, 20 feet over the fence in most parks, and they just die right in front of the fence. And you're like, wow, how did that happen? That is exactly because of the drag. And basically said, is there anything different? Are we going to be able to change the ball for the future next year and the future to come? And they said that they're working on it right now and that the balls are actually hand sewn. So they might be trying to get to the bottom of this and see how they can make it different. But honestly, I wouldn't hold my breath on this one. Baseball, it seems like Rob Manfred is being one of the stupidest commissioners out there, and he just wants the game to go by as fast as possible. You go home, you come in for 3 hours, whatever. Granted, other sports are usually never this long because, of course, they are time sports and they always land in a certain amount of time. Of course, baseball is either you have rained out and you already have a completed game in the bottom of the 5th, 6th inning, or you can go on and have a crazy amount of extra innings going on, and the game can last hours and hours. Granted, those do get a little tiring after a while. You're 5 hours in, 6 hours, and you're like, oh my god, alright, like, we get it. Like, you guys are good. You guys are very even today. You can either hit a lot, or you can't hit at all today. But, yeah, they kind of say right now that actually this is creating a kind of a big difference in a way, even though the numbers are not crazy off right now. Last year, we had roughly about 4.39 runs scored throughout the entire season. As of right now, we are down a little bit to 4.32. Again, doesn't seem like much, but that's probably basically an entire another run there. I mean, almost another run right there. But again, it's weird how that number does not look crazy. But yeah, we've had just a whole lot of just kind of like, wow, like we need to change this and see where it goes. But of course, there are a select few players that kind of seem like they don't really care if the ball is dead this year. Obviously, we don't really need a name on them, but just to name a couple here, like Aaron Judge, of course, hit that gigantic monster home run over the Green Monster that I thought that went like 10 feet over the monster. It went like 40 to 45 feet and was just gone. You have, of course, Shohei Ohtani blasting them left and right. We have Cal Raleigh, who's all up there. We have Kyle Schwarber, and of course we have Eugenio Suarez, who of course was blasting off. I think he had a couple multi-home runs games in the beginning of the season. He hasn't slowed down much either, but he was really like cranking it out every day at the beginning. He's right now top 5 in that position. But yeah, some of these players just don't really mind. Of course, some of them are gigantic, like Judge and Ohtani and stuff. But honestly, in the end, they're trying to say that they're kind of increase the attendance of games and TV viewerships by saying like, hey, wow, the game is really flying along. I can really follow this and stay with it. But yeah, stop giving us dead balls. We want to see the runs come in. We want to see the balls flying. We want to see action. That's what the game is for. Not changing it and just making outs all the time and just having a limited amount of runs go in and all that. I want to know what you guys all think out there about these dead balls that I obviously don't think that we should have in general. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace!